Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am your host Abu Joseph. So in this video I'll be sharing with you how I was able to achieve this makeover flyer design in Photoshop. Please, if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, this is a graphic design channel, and please you can join the community by smashing the subscribe button if you have not done that, and turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever we upload new content on the channel. And for our returning subscribers, guys, thank you for always watching. But without further ado, let's dive into this. So we have to create a new project on which we'll be designing on, and we can choose to set our unit of measurement in pixels to be precise, and setting the width to 1080 by 1350. That is the measurement for this, and resolution can be set on 300. Color mode can be set on RGB. Leave other settings the way they are, and we click on the create button. Here we have the canvas on which we'll be designing on, so I'll go ahead to bring in the resource files I'll be using to create the design. So guys, here are the resources I'll be using to create this design. Do well to check the video description. You'll find the link to the exercise files in the video description. The first phase of creating this design has to do with creating a solid fill adjustment color over here. So I would like to pick a light value of this color, and here is the hex code of the color I'm actually using here. Click on OK. Afterwards, enable this layer here, and what do I have to do is to Ctrl T and transform it out. Okay, so I hold Alt to scale it out, and hit Ctrl minus to zoom out and scale this like this. Okay, so you actually scale out like this, and we are good to go. Then you take this way, scaling it down like this, and afterwards you click on the check button. So we need to blend this with the background. How do we go about doing that? We change the blending mode of this to around let me see which works. I think this works perfectly well. We enable this as well and hit Ctrl T to transform it out, scale it out like this. Okay, and Ctrl minus, take this up this way like this. So click on the check. We change the blending mode to a blending mode that will help synchronize everything or unite every layer together. Ctrl 0 to fit to screen. So we have our canvas looking like this. Okay, that is for the background. Now select the three layers and group them. Okay, Ctrl G to group them, and name the group with the words BG, which basically stands for background. Please, you can check the video description. You find the link to the resource files in the video description as well. So we head over by working on the subject image, which is the model. So I have to drag this layer here. Okay, right click and convert it to a smart object. By doing so, it basically enables you to maintain the image quality whenever you scale it up or scale it out without losing its original quality. That is one of the benefits of converting a layer to a smart object. Likewise, it gives room for you to make subsequent changes on that particular layer at any point in time on the design. So I've converted it to a smart object. I'll hit Ctrl T to scale it out and position it in my canvas the way I want it to be. Okay, I can position it like this in my canvas, and I am good to go. So afterwards, select this as well, right click, convert it to a smart object, Ctrl T, scale this down and position it maybe around somewhere here like this. Okay, enable the other image here, right click, convert to smart objects, Ctrl T, transform and scale it down, and Ctrl Z. You can then choose to scale it up a little. Okay, and position it around somewhere here like this. Okay, that's for this. So after I'm done positioning this, I would like to then add depth to the model image. So I'll select this particular layer here, head over to filter and apply the camera raw filter. So over here on the camera raw, I would like to enable the before and the after so that you have a good preview of what I'm actually doing. So I'll start with the basics. Please take note that while working with the camera raw, there are no rules governing it. It's more of an eyeballing situation. So for the exposure, I would like to take up the exposure a little bit. The contrast can be left on 0. My highlight as well, I would like to scale it up a little to +7. My shadows as well need to be scaled as well to around let me see which works. Okay, slow and steady to see the results or the effect on your image layer. Okay, for the white as well needs to be adjusted a little this way, and for the blacks we need to also take it down a little as well, so enhancing the look of the image. That's what we are trying to do here. For the texture, I'll take it all the way to the top. I need more texture. I need the image to have that crunchy feel. For the clarity, I need to scale it up to a good radius of around, let me see, okay, around this is okay. What else? We'll head over to details. Okay, over here on details, we increase the sharpening of the image. So let me see which works. Okay, and reduce the noise a little bit around this. Okay, so you can see this is the before and this is the after, and we can click on the OK button. So all I have to do here is to hold Alt on the keyboard, left click and drag the effect and drop it on this other layer here. Hold Alt again, left click and drag the effect upon this other layer. I don't want to basically edit them individually, so that's why I did this way. So afterward, I'll select the 3 layers, hold Shift, click on this, hit Ctrl G to group it, rename the group to model or subject. By doing so, it enables you to like keep your layers as neat as possible without any issue. So the next thing we have to do here is to add more depth to this image by applying a color balance. I need to balance the look on their face by using the color balance over here. Click on the click marks. Please take note that while working with the color balance, we have 3 tones over here. On the left hand side, we have the CMYK, while on this other end, we have the RGB to be precise. So I'll start with the mid tones. So over here on the mid tones, I would like to basically make the adjustments this way. So for this, I'll leave this and I'll head over to this. Okay, I need to add more of magenta to the image. Okay, likewise for this, I need to enhance the value of blue on this. Okay, so it is also more of an eyeballing situation. Head over to highlight. Okay, on the highlight, we scale this to around negative. Okay, I think this works. Likewise for this, we also take this around let me see. Okay, this works as well. So after we are done, we add lighting to this to make the image pop. So I'll have to create new layers for this. So I'll open the subject layer, select this image here, add a new layer, pick my brush, scale up the size with the square bracket key beside your P button. Make sure you're working with the soft round brush to be precise. You can also increase your flows to 100, then come around here like this, left click here. Okay, change the blending mode to screen. Okay, that's for that. You can also select this, okay, and place another. Okay, I can choose to select this as well and place another light in here. Scale down the size of your brush, okay, and apply another lighting around this side here to create a scenario that okay, there's a light reflection coming from the back like that. You can still reduce the opacity if the lighting is too heavy on the image. Okay, so you can play with your adjustment layers. Okay, so afterwards I can come over here and add more depth by adding curve to this. Please take note that this end has your highlight, this end are your midtones, and this other end are your shadows. So I need to add a little light and a little feel of what shadow. Okay, I don't need it to affect the whole project, so I'll just click on the clip mask so that it only affects the subject layer. Okay, that's for that. So afterwards, I like to add new layers over here. Okay, scale up the size of my brush, come here, okay, like this, left click over here, you can still transform, scale it out, position it, change the blending to, let me see, screen. Okay, that's for that. Create another new layer, come over here, scale up, brush here like this, change the blending to screen as well. Okay, that also works. Okay, you can also choose to reduce the opacity of this to around this, create a new layer as well. We're trying to make this image come to life. We'll come over here, left click like this, Ctrl T, Ctrl T, scale it out, and you can choose to position it here, reduce the opacity as well, okay, as you see fit. And we also change the blending mode for this to the same screen. Okay, that's for that. So let me see, this is so intense, I have to Ctrl T and adjust the position of the light. I don't need it to be heavy on the face. Okay, that's for that. So I think we are almost done. After I'm done with that, I can group these three and call them light. So I'm trying to make my layer panel as neat as possible. So after you're done, head over to filter, rather view, enable a guide and create a new guide layout. Okay, enable your margins and you can choose to set this to 10%. Let me see, 10% works. I'll copy it, head over here, paste it here, head over here, paste it here, head over here, paste it here. So I'll click on check. So the next thing we have to do here is to start placing in our text. So that's the main essence of this guide, to give your design a well organized structure. So I'll start with the logo. Okay, this is the logo mark of the brand, and I would like to place it around here like this. Okay, you can scale it to a specific size as well. So that's for that. And this is more of a text logo. I made this with the text too. Okay, for this I use Morganite, Franklin Gotham, that's the name of the font for this. I use Beta Signature, that is the font I used for that. Okay, why for the headline text here, which is end of the year sales, you can choose to position it here. Make sure it is well positioned and well aligned with your guides. That's for that. What else? I made use of the font called Morganite for the two texts, to be precise. Okay, what else again? For this as well, here are the various services the brands basically render. Okay, so I also use the font called Montserrat for this. Okay, why for the contact, okay, I basically still use Montserrat for this. Okay, so let me adjust the position of this and enable, what else do we have? Socials. Select the socials, scale it up and reposition them, make sure it is well aligned. Okay, so that's for that. What else? Position this. For the subject image, I can select them with the light, the two groups, and make adjustments to the scale, or Ctrl Z, or adjust the position this way like this. So that there will be enough room for the headline text to fly. Okay, so I can adjust it manually. For the headline text, I can still increase the size a little bit, make it stand out from every other information at a glance. Okay, I think that's for that. And I'll have to place this over here as well, scale this down and position it around somewhere here like this. Okay, so all these text around this ends are being created with Montserrat, to be precise. Okay, so that's for that. And what else? We can still choose to take the design a step further by applying a color lookup if you want to, and play with the color lookups and see how it basically appears on your design. and see if the particular color lookups that work well with your design and use it. Okay, so for this stamp as well, I have to come over here, okay, and basically apply a hues saturation, hues and saturation. This was the original look of the image, so I head over to adjustment and apply a hue and saturation to be precise. So let me delete this. Okay, let me delete the hues and saturation. So this is the new hues and saturation I just inserted. Come over here, I'll play with the hue. Okay, so while playing with the hue, I'll take this to around this is more of an eyeballing situation though. Okay, there are no rules, so you also play with the saturation level as well. So that was how I was able to achieve this as well. So ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this. If you do find this video helpful, do well to smash the like button, share with other creatives around you, and drop a comment if you have any questions as well. And please, if you are new to the channel, do well to smash the subscribe button and turn on the push notification to get notification whenever we upload new content. And for our returning subscribers, thank you guys for always watching, and see you in the next.